What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Comic Card Checklist. And for today's episode, you guys could already kind of guess what the episode is going to be. And yes, it is the Marvel Pepsi cards. There are multiple versions of them. 3 versions to be exact, but I'm going to go over pretty much all the versions you could get, and as well as go over all the reprints that's been showing up and tell you the difference between the original and the reprint. And hopefully when you guys purchase your Marvel Pepsi cards, hopefully you know what you're buying after watching this video. But anyway, I usually start with the box and the packs, but I'm gonna take 3 of the cards from the set and inform you guys of the pretty much the 3 different variants for this set. let me grab the Spiderman and his friends. So I made this list here to show you guys. So pretty much there's 2 years that this were made. One is 1994 and one is 1995, and there's mainly 3 logos which I'm about to show you guys. So the Marvel Pepsi Reto logo, which I labeled R over here, is this logo right here. It says unite al Reto Pepsi y deja que tu sabor decida. Not really sure what that means because I don't know Spanish. I only know a little bit. I'm Filipino, so I know a little bit of Spanish, but I just call this the Reto Pepsi logo. Then our second logo is I put here as G, and is the Marvel Pepsi New Generation logo. G for generation, so it looks like this. Pretty much you have your Pepsi logo with la elección de una nueva generación. What is that? The election of the new generation, something like that. And finally, our last logo is this Pepsi here. And here I just label it as P, which is your typical Pepsi logo, pretty much. So yeah, those are the 3 different types. So you could say they're parallels to each other. And when you purchase this card, pretty much that's what you have to look for. And so the reason they're different is because some of them are from different origins. And I made a list right here so that you guys could tell like what set is what. But again, this is like me just trying to figure out like where these 3 different types belong to, and I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate because I couldn't find it on any checklist. So hopefully if you guys know the exact origin of these cards and the types, please just write it in the description so that I could correct my checklist, and just for you guys too, so we all have the correct information. But anyway, let's get so I guess I'll finish explaining this. So the way I have it labeled here is these 3 different types, right? We have the Mexico, which came out in 1994, and that's these 2. The G and the R, which is the generation logo and the Reto logo, are from Mexico. And they have a 9 Prism set with the same logo, and also a 4 hologram with the same logo, but no 25 Prism. Then we have the Puerto Rico's and the Dominican Republic set, which has the Pepsi logo, and this came out in 1995. If you guys could see the year it was produced, you could see 1994 for the Reto and 1994 for the New Generation. So the Pepsi logo by itself, the 1995 is the newest one, which came out in Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. So for those 2 sets, you have the base, which is the 1 to 100 cards, and you have the 9 card Prism, which I will show you guys all of these cards. And then there's also a Peru version that has the same exact thing, and that version has your Pepsi logo hologram. And then the final version we have is the Guatemala version, which has the new generation base, new generation Prism, and I think it didn't come with the holograms, and also only came with the 25 card Prism. So the 25 card Prism is pretty much the 9 card Prism, except there's 25 of them, and the first 9 cards are exactly like your 9 card Prism here, and then the rest are borrowed from Marvel Masterpieces 1993. And I'll go through the stuff as I show you guys if you guys are not familiar with this set. But pretty much all the base sets are taken from the 1994 Marvel Flare. All the Prism set are taken from the 1994 Marvel Universe Series 5, I believe. The holograms are pretty much the art of the 1994 Flare, and it's kind of its own type of hologram. It's silver, and it just doesn't look like any other hologram that I've seen. So, and then you have those Prism sets that looks like your typical like 1990 comic images, like if you guys are familiar with like Spiderman 1 and 2. It has those Prism sets. So, but anyway, here I have the box. So you purchase this box, and you guys could see the logo. And this box also comes in the other 2 versions that I showed you guys. So I've actually seen researched some on eBay, and ooh, I had the pages open, but I guess it expired. But pretty much, let me see if I could get them back. I think it's gone. Anyway, I'll just go through this. So pretty much the only difference between the 3 boxes is that instead of this logo, you would have like whatever. So for this one, it would be this logo right here. But instead of that logo, for the other 2, it could be this logo or this logo right here. So, and all of them comes in 50 packs, and each pack contains 5 cards. And that's pretty much all the information I got from this. So pretty much you take this off, and the packs would be like this, and then you just purchase one. So here's what the pack looked like. Also, you guys could see the logo here, and this comes in those 3 variants as well. The Reto and the New Generation, and the regular Pepsi as well. But other than that, I think everything else for the pack cover is the same except for that logo. You could also purchase it from this I'm not sure where I got this from, but of course I purchased this from eBay, and pretty much they gave me a pack with it, but it looks like it's to redeem the Reto cards. Here we have the formula is 5 corcholatas. I don't know what that is. Maybe 5 chocolates, and then 62 taparoscas, and then 63 latas. Maybe like 62 cans, and then 62 bottles, 63 cans plus 50 cents. You get a 1 sobre con 5 Pepsi cards. I think that means 1 envelope like this, and pretty much a pack and 5 cards. So I think that's what that means, and you get the Reto. But I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, we have the logo here. So, but yeah, if you guys know more details about this, please let me know. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is the album. So pretty much this album right here is a reprint, of course. I purchased this album maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. But pretty much if it's selling on eBay and it looks brand new, it's definitely a reprint, because I have never seen an album that was, you know, the original one that was in good condition. I think that this albums, like, once they're exposed to like moisture, they don't go they don't last that long. But let me see if I can find the Guatemala version, because the Guatemala version has like this cool pages in it. So, but the album, pretty much, this is the front, this is the back, and I put a plastic thing on it that you could remove. So I just like to, you know, protect everything I own. So, but pretty much pretty simple. I'm seeing that the new reprints has they add the logos now too, so they have like a big logo like in the box that I just showed you guys. Like, it would be over here, and it could be like this one. So they made it for all three of them, which I think is pretty cool. And then the other one they made is the Guatemala version, the reprint of this. Let me see if I can find it on eBay to show you guys. Marvel Pepsi album. And I'm actually thinking of purchasing it just because it's I know it's a reprint, but it's like it's beautiful. So let me see if I could pull it up here. So album Guatemala. I saw it earlier. I had it ready, but that was like an hour ago. I was trying to prep like all of these stuff, so the link like expired on me. Is this it? But this was the album I was talking about, where it has the new generation logo, the no logo like this one, the Pepsi, and then the Reto logo. But I don't see the Guatemala version here. Maybe this one has it. No. Can't believe I lost it. Marvel Pepsi album Guatemala. Because it has the nice inserts inside, pretty much the non-pocket pages, except if instead of being plastic, it's made of paper, and it's like white, and it pretty much just has the Pepsi Cards logo like all over it, and it has like a lot more art on the inside. So I had it ready, but of course, like the moment I need it, like it messes up, and I can't seem to find it. But yeah, this was the packet I was talking about. How this one has the Reto Pepsi, and mine has the new generation. So I can't find it. I don't know. I saw it earlier and I saved it, but yeah, I guess you guys just have to look that up. It's pretty much the Guatemala version. And then what I have here are the X-Men Adventures. If you guys remember this comic book, it came out in like the 90s, like 1993 or so. But the Spanish version came out in, I want to say 1995 or 1996. But yeah, it didn't come out the same time as the English. And oh, actually, this has to come out at 1994 because it has the 1994 Marvel Pepsi card. So, but here it shows you ad on the back about the Pepsi cards. It has 100 Pepsi cards, 9 Prisms, and 4 Holograms. And then there's a deal here to get a 5 Pepsi cards, 5 bottles, and 2 caps. Is that what it means? But yeah, so these comic books, numbers 3 to 5 contains 4-card uncut panels of the Marvel Pepsi cards with the new generation logo in the back. So here I got 7, 76, 9 and 75. And yeah, so I have like multiple copies, but all of these are different. Here we have 72, 66. Oh, and the checklist, my favorite, 64. We got 67, 3. We got Spiderman's 13 and 5. So supposedly you could complete a whole set with this 4-card panels. 32, the Maximum Carnage Part 4, Maximum Carnage Part 6 and 19. So yeah, so the 100 cards divided by 25, you could get, you need the 25 different versions of these 4-card uncut panels, which 63 Part 2 Maximum Carnage, Part 3 Maximum Carnage, and number 1, which I think I have 9, so I still need to find those, what is it, I can't do math right now, 14, is that 14? Yeah, to complete like the whole set for the 4-card uncut. 83, 49. Yeah, and they look pretty badass. I'm debating whether to take it out of the comic book or just keep it with the comic book. But I do have the X-Men Adventures, the regular one, seasons 1 to 3. So pretty much I have that all that comic books, and I like this comic book, so especially in the Spanish version too. So that's why I haven't removed it from the comic book pages. But maybe someday, I don't know. I don't know if I should remove them because I think they're pretty rare. So here we have 42, 46, 31, and 80. Not sure if this really pops up on eBay a lot. So, and finally, I guess I've showed you guys everything. We could actually get to the base cards. So this set right here is actually the reprint set, and I'll explain to you guys later after showing the whole base from my actual sets, pretty much the 3 versions that you could get. After I show you guys, I'll explain to you guys like the differences you could look for to see if it's the reprint or not, as a lot of them have been being reprinted for now, mostly just from Peru. So, and I've noticed a couple of different things, but it might be hard if you don't have the card in person with you. So yeah, but maybe this will help for you guys to see like whether if it's a reprint or not. So here I have all 3 of my sets, and actually I have all my sets here, so pretty much all of these. And let me put this back. It was this one, and this one. So as I've mentioned before, if you guys are not familiar with this set, this is the 1994/1995 Marvel Pepsi cards, and all the art from this are taken from the 1994 Marvel Flair. And let's go through it. So pretty much the way I have my binder arranged is this is the new generation set. This row is is it row or column? I think this is row. So this column is I learned those lingo from, I guess, Excel or something, or Microsoft Word, but this column is the Reto set, and then this is the regular Pepsi. So yeah, I'll just go through the cards. We got Thing, Hulk, and Spiderman. This actually reminds me of the chase card Secret Identity in Marvel Legends from Topps in 2001. So I think this might be where the card came from, but we'll see. So you guys could see all the backs are uniform, New Generation, Reto, and regular Pepsi. I got Thor, Spiderman, Iron Man. One of those famous battles, Hulk versus Thing, Spider-Man versus Vulture, Dr. Ock with his cool sunglasses, Professor X. And as far as the three variants, on the front you can't really tell exactly what card is from what, because they're all definitely exactly the same. So the only way you can differentiate them is really you gotta look at the year and the logo, and that's pretty much the only difference that I've noticed so far. And I've also seen some cards tends to be lighter than others. Like this Puerto Rico set, but this one seems to be like the same color, but there's a lot of them, like these two, that are a lot lighter than, I don't know if you could see. So yeah, like here's gold-ish, and then here's like lighter gold. So I don't know if that's like throughout all the cards, but it seems like it. But like here we have the gold, and then the lighter gold. So but then Invisible Woman is all the same color. So I don't know if there's like two different versions of that or whatnot, or if it just got sun, but I can't really tell. And then here we got Green Goblin, Rhino, Spider-Man, and Doctor Doom. But as far as that, yeah, no way to tell them apart. So we got Autumn Warlock, Mephisto, and this guy, Morbius, finally has his own movie coming out. And this one is lighter again. That's actually bugging me. I haven't noticed it before, but now it's like, man, like I got lighter and dark ones. We got Ghost Rider, Thanos, and Punisher. Looks like Wolverine's about to fight Hulk. Scarlet Witch with the old school costume. That line here is like a lot higher than I think her normal costume. Usually I think it's lower. So we got the Avengers team here. Don't recognize who this one is, and it's in Spanish, so I can't really tell what it's saying. We got Black Cat, She-Hulk, Elektra, and the naming convention on this is not accurate as well. Well, what I mean by that is it's not all like Spanish, and it's not all like English. Like it's mixed between, some of them they'll put like in Spanish, but then some of them they'll leave the same. I don't know who's a good example, but maybe as we go through we'll see one. Like Silver Sable. I think there's silver, a Spanish word for silver, so like it could be like whatever that word is and then sable, but they just kept it to the original. Like Iceman is El Hombre de Hielo, so I'm pretty sure Nightcrawler could be translated to Spanish, because night and then crawler are pretty much two words, which I'm pretty sure there's a Spanish word for that. But yeah, those are the things that I've noticed so far. So, and then I'll let you guys know like what I've noticed for the reprints as well, vice the original set that I have here. It's really subtle, so it's kind of hard to tell. I had like my set and the reprint set like right next to each other, and there was only like 2 or 3 things that I could tell them apart. So it's pretty tough. But yeah, this one we got that white. It's way whiter than these two. Guerra de Armaduras? That sounds like War Machine, but it looks like it's Iron Man. Zapida or Guerra de Armaduras. War of Arms, Arms of War. I keep forgetting these are like events, and I'm not actually saying the card's name. Like this is Cap versus Cap, Quasar, Hombre Araña Cósmico. Oh, Cosmic Spider-Man. They didn't recognize him because usually he has that like a costume that's like this. So you got Thanos, the Mad Titan, Ghost Rider, and Nova. Gambit. I feel like this is the art from the 1994 Marvel Universe where he's throwing cards. No, not that one. 1994. The I think the Fatal Attractions hologram that's stuck on comic books. I feel like this is the art for that. Got Johnny Blaze. Got X Factor and the X-Men. Probably the gold team. We got Bishop. Huh. This one I have it switch. The bishops here look lighter, and then the bishop here is dark. So, I guess the fonts are. It could be light or dark gold, but I think just in the 1995 set, the light colors are more common. Like here we have it again. Spider-Woman or Spider-Man 2099. Oh, these two are the same, and then this one is dark. So yeah, I guess it's not uniform. Some are lighter, some are darker. It just happens to be a lot more than 1995. We got Doom 2099. Lethal Protector. Of course, in Spanish, it's Protector Letal. Maybe. Punisher 2099. So these are your 2099 characters. Duende Verde, Green Goblin, Maximum Carnage. Namor's got a armor on. Then we got Psylord, not sure who he is. Maybe a 2099 character. Because Everyone Hill is a 2099 character. So we got Daredevil. Another word that could be translated in Spanish, but they just kept it as English. Got Wolverine, Fatal Attractions, and Magneto. Professor X versus Magneto. I think Professor X is gonna lose this one because Magneto has his helmet on, and I don't think he could really do anything when he has his helmet on. So it's only so much you could do when he's protected like that. Then we got Bloodhawk, Zaratos, Conflicto Final. Centuria. I just noticed that the 2099 characters, usually they're in a subset that are all together. But for this one, they're just all over the place. And I didn't really see the Marvel Flair set in the 1994. I didn't compare them card per card. But I'm assuming they're not in order. I don't know. Maybe I have to check it out and let you guys know in the description if how close these 100 cards are from the original 1994 Marvel Flair, if they just took 1 to 100 or they just skipped around. But I feel like they shuffled like the order too, like 1 to 100 wouldn't be like 1 to 100 here. I feel like they went like 2, 7, 12, 9, like random cards, and then just gave it a number and then put it together as a set. So but we could verify that once. I feel like this was the 1995 Marvel Masterpiece art also. I guess I didn't notice that they took it from the Marvel Flair. So and also, like I said, these has the year 1994 and the Pepsi has the 1995. So cards 1 through 85 is going to be like that, and then cards 86 to 99 will have this backs right here, and the only way you could differentiate them is pretty much you could only go by the year. So the 1994 of course has the year 1994, and the 1995, which is only the Marvel Pepsi, are the years 1995. But other than that, the 1994s, there's really no Reto or regular Pepsi version or the generation version. Pretty much they're both just one card. So these two are the same exact. But yeah, this one is 1995. And this is all from the, I guess, Maximum Carnage part 1 through 8 or something. I can't remember. 1 through 6 it looks like. And then we have the X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold. We got Warpath, Titania, which is Rogue. And X-Force, X-Men Blue, X-Force. And I think this is the final ones. And finally, we get to our checklist. So for the checklist, it's the same thing, except the first new generation, 1994, has an error on it. So instead of 1993, it says 1963 over here. But then on the newer sets, they corrected that. So it's 1993 on these sets. And now, that was the base set. Pretty much 100 to complete the whole set. And now we'll do the prisms and the holograms. So these, we'll come back to this one because these are extras, or this is I think this one is a miscut, and then these other two are variants for the regular Pepsi types, but we'll come back to that. So here I have all the variants that you could get. So the first two are the new generation and the Reto, and then the regular Pepsi, and then these 6 are reprints. So pretty much I'll tell you guys how you could differentiate just the prisms. There's only like so many ways you could differentiate them, but the best way really is, for the prisms at least, the new generation and the Reto have this full pattern, and the regular Pepsi logo has the broken pieces. What is it, like a fracture or broken glass prism, or maybe like triangles. But what you'll also notice is that the character is embossed, or not. I don't think it's embossed, but you can see it. It's sort of like up the page more, and I'll explain to you guys once I show you guys the reprints. But so the Pepsi version actually also comes with 2 different versions, and that's one with the Hulk title. I don't know if you could see there's Prism on it, which I can't get on camera. Yeah, I can't really see it. But there's Prism on the name, but there's a version when there's not, and I actually have them here. So here's a version where there's no Prism on the name. And then this is the version that has the Prism on their name, which in camera, I mean, you could see it a little bit, but I can't make it pop out in camera a lot better. But yeah, only the regular Pepsi logo has those 2 variants where the lettering either has no prism effect on it or it has the prism effect on it. Like this one really pops out for the prism, but I can't really make it pop out on the lettering. But yeah, so the new generation doesn't have that effect. Pretty much everything has prism effect on it. And then I purchased this reprint set, which a lot of them are coming from Peru. And I know that they're reprint, and usually, they tell you that it's a reprint, but some of them don't. So I want you guys to be careful when you purchase these, and I want you guys to know that if you see any like prism that looks like this, that means it's a reprint. So I mean, it's pretty cool, but still, I just want you guys to know that that's a reprint, and these top three, pretty much the whole rest of the page that I'm gonna show you guys, it's all the originals are up here, and then all the reprints are up here. So another thing that you could tell from the looking from the front of the card is this is the reprint, and you guys could see that Hulk doesn't appear to stand out. So in the original, you could see him like perfectly like outside. In the reprints, he's pretty much what they did is have the art picture and then put like foil patterns on top of it. So all of them looks like it's just art in the bottom and then the foil effect. But this one, it's, you know, it looks like they put the foil first and then they put the character. So you see the character like sticking out a lot more. Even this has the prism effect on it in the front, but you could still see like that the outlines is still strong. Unlike these reprints, the outline is definitely like below the prism effect. So, but I'll go through the 6 different types that I was able to purchase on eBay. So we got this one that almost looks like the original, but pretty much fake versus original. Not fake. I mean, it is fake, I guess, but it's a reprint. So, then we got another like fractured pattern in squares. I don't really know what to call it. And then here we have like a kind of a different card stock also, a little bit thicker and a lot lighter. And this one has the same effect as pretty much our regular Pepsi, but you could really, actually this is probably the best reprint one they have out of the 6, just the way because they made it lighter. Like these other 5 are like really dark, so the character seems to pop out more. But of course, if you look at it carefully, it's still the art is still underneath like all the foiling. Then this one's probably my favorite. It has like a flower pattern to it, so it kind of moves around when you move it. That's pretty cool. And then this circle patterns, which actually looks like it's getting bigger depending on where you look at it. And finally, the shattered glass. I don't know what you call it, but I feel like this is the ugliest one out of all of them. It just makes the Hulk look like he has like his Bizarro or something. But yeah, so these 6 are the reprints that I got, and I might change it back to the way I had it before. Pretty much it's the 9 panel, and then all of them will have the same exact pattern. But I don't know, because this one is just kind of like too much. Like I don't know what I'm looking at, you know. So maybe instead of a 9 card that has all the same character, it will be the 9 Prism set. But another thing I've noticed is that from the back, let's take an example here. So all of them came from Peru, and they used there's only one logo I've seen so far that they use. I haven't seen a reprint of the New Generation logo or the Reto Pepsi logo, but only the Pepsi. So what I've noticed so far is that the reprint one, if you guys, hopefully you guys could see the Pepsi here, you could see the R, but in the reprint you can't see any R. It's blank. Another thing is the way they the Pepsi Prism, They call it Pepsi Prisma, but Edición Limitada, the lettering are kind of different. And the main thing is that the Limitada, the way they spell it here, it almost looks like a C, but it's a T, when here it's clearly like a T. But of course the lettering is a lot, it's like bold here and then probably just regular size here. So, and the coloring is kind of off. And also, if you guys could see the picture, it's kind of more detailed than the, like you could see like his I guess a shave, his like 5 o'clock shadow, but here it's just like it's just a different color, while here you see dots, so it's more pronounced. But then the name is also kind of different. Like the U here almost looks like a V. Actually, the N looks like, the U here almost looks like this N. So I don't. I wonder if that's a misspelling. Never noticed that before. But yeah, so I guess those are the main big things that you could tell that it's a reprint. One is that it looks like it's a, it's a print. The quality is not as good. And actually, come to think of it, like it looks wider than this. This one looks more, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. So, but it's gonna be hard to tell unless you have the card exactly in your hand, and you're gonna have to like ask for like certain positions where I don't really know how you're gonna be able to tell if it's a I guess just ask the seller if it's a reprint or not, and 9 out of 10 I feel like people will actually say that, or especially from Peru, I think like they will say that, oh, it is a reprint. So but yeah, those are the things I've noticed. But yeah, I guess you could ask them to take a picture of the back, and then you could compare them like this. And if it looks like this one, or it's missing the R, then it's definitely the reprint. So if you see a R, that means it's original. If you see no R, it's a reprint. All right, so let's go a little bit faster here. Now that we've established what to look for in the Prism set between the original and the reprint. And we got Punisher. We got Carnage. You guys could see all the effects. Yeah, it just looks a little bit like too much for the page, so you got too many effects here. And it looks like for Gambit, all 3 of them look alike. All the same broken or fractal prism. And then we got Spiderman. Looks good. Hombre Arana. I like how bright this is actually. This reprint, for some reason, is a lot different than the others. Got Ghost Rider. Got La Mole, the Thing. Cyclope. Man, his cards look dirty. I don't know why different looks. It's like a lot of spots. I guess for Cyclops, there's a different pattern for those 2 on top. We got Iron Man. And let me see if I could show you guys the difference between one that has the prism on the wordings and one that doesn't. I should have 2 different ones here. I hope. I haven't been able to purchase like the 2 different variants because it's really hard to tell from, especially from pictures. Like even here, I could barely tell the difference. So, man, they might not even be different. They both look like they don't have Prism on it. Oh wait, there. I see like three or four Prism effect on this one, and that's about it. And then this one doesn't have any at all. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I guess that's why like I didn't finish that set. It's ridiculous trying to look for that for the cards having the Prism effect or not. And then finally we get to our holograms, and of course these are the original holograms, and I will show you guys what the reprint holograms look like. And out of all the three, between the base, the Prism, and the holograms, they have a really hard time copying holograms. So, but here's the four holograms. You got Quicksilver, Spiderman, and Silver Surfer. And like I told you guys before, New Generation, Reto, and the new one, just the Pepsi emblem. And I think this is the rarest out of all the holograms, because you don't see it that often. So I definitely like purchase it. I probably paid a premium when I purchased it, but you know, because I saw it online. But yeah. So here's the final cards, Hulk, and then here are the bootleg ones, or I'm sorry, not the bootleg ones, the reprint. So one is looks like a hologram, but instead of being a hologram, it's the same process. Pretty much they take the art in the bottom and then just put a foil on top, so it looks like this. Let me compare it to the actual hologram. So it kind of looks like it, but the regular holograms doesn't give that rainbow effect as much, as you guys could see. But it kind of does look like it on camera a little bit, but when you see it in person, it's definitely different. And also what I've noticed in a lot of holograms, of course, a lot of them are actually like this is you guys could see things here, but you know, faded there. Like these cards are actually hard to come by that are like in super good condition. So a lot of them will have creases on it. You got those web effects or scratches right on the hologram. So this is actually like a pretty good card for this set. So I have one where like half of the holograms are like missing and it's just white paper, which a lot of them tends to happen. And of course, I think I have one here that has a lot of lines, which is typical for these holograms, like this one right here. I don't know if you guys could see the lines, but it's kind of hard to see. Ooh, it's sticky. And I hope it doesn't like, you know, stick to the plastic, but yeah, you guys could see lines forming, veins forming. Like these cards are really hard to find, especially like the condition I have them here, really hard to find. So yeah, this is one version, which it's kind of hard to tell from a picture, but when you have it in person, you're gonna be like, oh, this is definitely like a reprint. But like I pointed out with the Prism cards, the same holds true for the backs of the holograms. So you got that limitada, which has that C looking T, and then you have the R on the logo and no R here, and of course more defined profile than this one. I guess if you could ask the seller to take a picture, like I don't really know. I don't know how you would verify it when one is just a photo. But I guess the best way is to ask the seller for a picture of the back, and you have to look for those, the logo here and the T, and pretty much that's how you know if it's the original or the reprint. And of course, this is a reprint set that I bought from Peru, and I'm not sure if they made other ones. Just like these two, which I have here, are from different like eBay sellers. So I'm not sure if Peru's making like a lot of like reprints or whatnot, but this one is definitely like not a hologram. If you see it in person, it looks more like a foil, and then it has that effect to it. So definitely, like, you could tell it's not a hologram. Of course, the same thing goes for this with the back. As far as the chase cards, that's the only way I could tell that, you know, at least like in person. I don't know how easy it's gonna be to do it, like buying from somebody. But I'll point out like another thing with the base cards that I saw that should allow you to detect if it's a reprint or if it's the original. And I guess finally the 25 card Guatemala set is here. And of course, the only difference between this is, of course, the foil pattern. If I could grab a card here. I'll grab, let me see what's the first card. Oh, please don't bend. We'll go with one Hulk, New Generation, and one Pepsi logo. So for the 25 card Guatemala set, the Prism card, let me see if it looks, it's a little bit different from, I don't know if you guys could tell, the pattern is a little bit different from the Pepsi version. But this is the New Generation version, and it is 1 of 25, vice 1 of 9. And you'll find that throughout the whole card set. So yeah, just a little bit different pattern. Instead of like fracture, it's more of a it's more pattern than this random pattern we have here. But yeah, probably one of my favorite subset, because this has the 1993 Marvel Masterpieces holofoil set, but instead of being a holofoil, it's in Prism style, which looks like this. So we got Punisher, Daredevil, Cable, Captain America, Hulk, War Machine, Wolverine, Iron Man, and Carnage. And this the pattern they have here looks beautiful, so just love this card. To give the rarity, like I said before, the New Generation set is probably the most common. That's from Mexico. And then the Pepsi logo is probably the next, it's more rare than the New Generation, which is your Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Peru. And then the more rare after that is the Reto logo. And then what's probably more rare than that is the hologram set from Peru. And then, of course, the most rare out of them all is the 25 card Prism set from Guatemala, which is what we're looking at right now. So it is indeed a beautiful, very beautiful. It's almost like a masterpiece, guys. And here we have Spiderman. as maybe this card has risen in price, being rare and being Spiderman. And yeah, I'm glad I got this in a really good condition. So got Cyclops, Scarlet Witch, Venom, Gambit, and Magneto. And before I end this episode, I just want to point out the difference in the base set. So like I said before, I have, let me not damage my Prism cards here that are original. So yeah, I decided to just put all my reprints in this folder, except for the holograms. But for the regular cards, I was able to find that. Let me get the same exact cards. So number 3. We'll go to number 3. So pretty much it's pretty hard to tell like which one is a reprint and which one is not. Judging from their texture, they almost feel the same, except the new one is more this feels more paper and this feels more plasticky. Like if you bend this, it feels like it'll just bend, but this one, like if you bend it to a certain extent, it feels like it's just gonna go back. But then that doesn't really help you when you're purchasing this, because you know you can't tell if it's bendy or not. So but anyway, one thing I've noticed that's different between the two is the R again. So in the original, the R is actually pretty big, and you could see the R in person right below the P. But in the reprint, it's pretty much, you could like kind of see the R, but it's so small that it's almost like a dot. So if you see that logo, this means that this is original and this is the reprint. Another thing I've seen is, of course, the art looks a lot more finer, like the ink. Like you could kind of tell a lot more details in the original vice the copy. And the color is slightly different, but again, if you don't have them side to side, it's really hard to tell them apart. So as far as that, I think that is the only way. Pretty much, it's pretty hard to tell them apart. So and then the other card is the 86 to 99, and of course those I couldn't find anything different except for what I mentioned before, that you know, these like doesn't, the lettering and everything and the art is not as fine as like the original. But if you're looking at it like, you know, from a website to buy it, it's really difficult to tell. So but yeah, besides that, for the base cards, that's the only way I've been able to identify it, that in the Pepsi logo, the R is like super small, and then the regular one, the R is you could tell like it's a R. But yeah, so anyway, that is everything I have for the Marvel Pepsi that came out in 1994 and 1995. And as always, if you guys like my content and want me to keep producing content like this, please subscribe, share my content, especially for those people that want a checklist to look at, you know, to complete like card sets, or people that are new to this. So like, share, subscribe, and I think that's about it for this episode. It looks like I have 59 minutes and a half. Maybe I should look at something else for another 30 seconds to make this episode officially my longest episode, at maybe an hour. I may be wrong, but yeah. I guess I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.